Hello everyone and welcome back to Lux Vita. Today we'll tell you about Rick Ross' 109-room mansion. So without further ado, let's get started. William Leonard Roberts II, better known as the rapper Rick Ross, worked as a correctional officer for almost 2 years after he graduated from Albany State University. He left that job to pursue music. He used to go by the name Teflon Da Don, but he changed it to Rick Ross to honor Freeway Rick Ross, a drug lord. After he put out the single Hustlin, he became a sought-after rapper. Many record labels tried to sign him until he signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Def Jam Records, Jay-Z's label. His first album went straight to #1, and tens of millions of singles and albums have been sold since then. Rick Ross is one of the highest-paid rappers in the world because he's worth $55 million. Rick Ross has a whole fleet of cars and also likes to spend his money on real estate. Over the last 20 years, he's bought several expensive homes in Florida and Georgia. His most expensive home is a $5.8 million Georgia estate with 109 rooms, which he bought from boxer Evander Holyfield. When Evander Holyfield was at the top of his career in the 1980s, he was the undisputed cruiserweight champion and had a net worth of more than $350 million. After a string of losses and failed business deals, the boxer decided to hang up his gloves and spend more time with his family. His Georgia mansion, which was one of his most valuable possessions, needed a lot of work. But because the payments weren't made on time, the home was at risk of going into foreclosure and was put up for auction. The Sun said that keeping the house in good shape cost $1 million a year, which was a lot. The mansion was put up for sale with an asking price of $8.2 million after Holyfield sold it to the bank for a total of $7.5 million. Even so, the auction started with a bid of $2.5 million, and Ross ended up buying it for $5.8 million. The building is in Fayetteville County, Georgia, and the first phase of its construction took place in 1994. The mansion is on 235 acres of land and has 45,000 square feet of living space. The outside of the beautiful house is made of white stone and moldings, and in the middle of the driveway is a large fountain. As you walk into the building, the grand, double-wound staircase that leads to the rooms upstairs will catch your eye. There are a total of 109 rooms, with 12 bedrooms and 21 bathrooms. Even though the bedrooms are big, what really sets this house apart from others on the market are the places to have fun all over the estate. According to the Bleacher Report, the estate has a large dining room with enough seats for 100 people, a movie theater, and even a bowling alley. In addition to the home's 2 swimming pools, which are both indoor and outdoor, there's also a spa. The large outdoor pool is a great place to have any kind of pool party. It would take 350,000 gallons of water to completely fill up its area. Because the house was so big, it cost about $17,000 to run the electricity. The house that Rick Ross owns is very grand and has been a great place to shoot movies. Over the past few years, the property has been used to film the romantic comedy Coming to America with Eddie Murphy and the action movie Superfly, which was directed by X and shot in 2018. In order to make the next movie work, a lot of rooms on the property had to be changed. Cheat Sheet says that Ross was able to benefit from renting out the house because he made a big profit and had a small part in the movie. During filming, the production crew also changed the wallpaper in Ross's dining room and built a table that could seat 50 people. Ross decided to keep the table in the end. Evander Holyfield, who used to live in Rick Ross Mansion, was able to train there in a separate boxing gym. This was done to meet the needs of the person who owned the house before. In addition, there's a detached guest house, a recording studio, a baseball field with lights and a scoreboard, and a barn with 7 stalls on the property. Because the property has great features and a lot of places to stay, it has become a great example of Georgia real estate. Ross's collection of cars, which includes a Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe, a Lamborghini Murcielago, 2 Mercedes-Benz cars, and a Ferrari 458 Italia, can easily fit in the huge garage. Rick Ross has bought and sold many properties in the past, in addition to the beautiful home. In 2012, he paid $5.2 million for a Fort Lauderdale mansion on the water. The house was on the water and had 8 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms. Celebrity Net Worth says that after he bought the Georgia property, he put it up for sale and eventually sold it for $6 million in 2016. Rick Ross got a great deal when he bought the palatial estate for only $5.8 million. The house is in a good location and has a lot of nice features. In 2020, he spent $1 million to buy a piece of land next to his Georgia estate. He called it the Promised Land. When you add up all of his properties, he owns an amazing 322 acres of land. Rick Ross is a well-known expert in hustling, which is a type of street life. He clearly knows how to work hard to get to the top, whether it's by building up his businesses or investing in real estate. We can only imagine what it would be like to have a bank account with many millions of dollars. Ross has built up a great collection of high-end cars over the years, which he shows off on his Instagram account and other social media sites. The Promised Land is a one-of-a-kind mansion in many ways, and its many facilities and conveniences are just one of them. Ross decided that he needed to build his own private zoo so that he could use some of the property. His huge, fenced-in zoo is home to many animals, like cows, buffalo, and horses. Ross will add 2 lions to his already impressive collection of animals. It was announced a few months ago. Ross made the announcement by putting up a video on Instagram that showed the rare cats. The short video showed a male and female lion from Senegal. Their handler said that they are now ready to be taken to the Land of Promise. In the clip, the lions were shown. If you think that's a strange habit, you might be surprised to learn that some of the most famous celebrity homes in history all had zoos on the property at some point. Both Hugh Hefner's Playboy Mansion and Michael Jackson's longtime home, Neverland Ranch, had large zoos. Michael Jackson even got an elephant as a gift from Elizabeth Taylor, which he kept at Neverland Ranch. Filmmakers looking for new places to shoot their movies have found the Promised Land to be a good choice because of its large landscape and beautiful buildings. Ross said during an Instagram live session that he charges producers and film crews who come to his house to check it out for future projects. It was in the 2018 movie Superfly, which came out that year. Its most famous appearance so far is in the movie Coming to America, which is the long-awaited sequel to Eddie Murphy's classic comedy Coming to America. Coming to America is also Ross's favorite movie, so it makes sense that it shows up in the movie Coming to America. Rick Ross' expensive home was made to look like the Zamunda Palace, where the made-up Prince Hakeem and his family lived for the music video Coming to America. Aside from its huge size and beautiful design, the history of the place is especially interesting. Ross wants to keep adding to his own zoo, so this property is only going to get better and better as time goes on. Who knows what else is in store for the coming years? Ross still has a lot of room to play. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and comment down below with your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.